Although I anticipate and welcome the debate about America's interest in foreign policy in the Middle East.
This is Mitch McConnell, Senator Mitch McConnell here, speaking on killing of
on this operation and its potential consequences.
Now, you listen to him, Mitch McConnell, you barely hear him speak. And you barely hear him speak. And no matter what he just said, if you DVR thing then you can dissect his speech on what he just said right now, on bullet points, what it is.
I know I speak for the entire Senate when I say that my prayers are with
given that, you know what I mean?
And brave service members.
And that's it. It's like that above when you just DVR it, and then you just listen to that. And then he says that, and that's basically what he's doing right now. He's addressing the country with what it is, and national news beyond nationals are tuned into what breaking news here.
Now, Mr. President, on
entirely different there.
Of course, we also
Stop doing it.
Very serious items the Senate's way.
Of course, it's metaphysical. Metaphysical is the Senate. The Senate's way to the Senate's way.
Some of the deepest institutional questions contemplated by our Constitution.
Oh, yeah. So look at this here. What's going on here?
Core governing traditions.
Let's just keep it in perspective, right? Okay, everything on the back burner and whatnot.
In December, House Democrats.
And what he's talking about now? He's talking about now. You don't want now. What you say is like if you have intelligence from the president from when he got inducted into the presidency. Basically, when he got briefed by the CIA, when he got inducted by the CIA, and when he got briefed by the CIA, what you did, and I just said, and I'm trying to put it in terms that speaks layman's terms and beyond to impress, So what do you call it? And then now, given right. You say, well, the whole idea is not to be looked at as a smart news or as news that you can use, but news that you can say, well, man, this is what's going on here. This is what's going on in February. This is what's going on in and what do you call it? Now, given that, now timelines, you say, okay. Running president regime a long time. That's not the last you're gonna hear about that. You're gonna have code alerts, stuff like that, and stuff like this. If you follow up on news feeds and metaphysical and whatnot, and the intricacies of what you call of conflict. Now, with that, this will come and pass, you know what I'm saying, with what it is and what it's about. Now, given what the nature of the United States is and within the interest is, you look at the turmoils within the national view and beyond, and you say, well, what can I do to better myself? Now, what can I do to better myself, take CPR class and whatnot, and not look like a fool? And that's 30 hours of training right there. And for the most part, you might want to ask yourself, well, in about a year, where is this air right, whatnot, and as commander, gonna stand with my personal views on things, on where I'm is in life, and So with that, you say, well, if that's like say in October, you think in November. You thinking, damn, at that time, that's been about 4 years. And like, what I'm saying, you never step on it, but that's been about 4 years, and you're wondering at that point, well, where I'm is, you know what I mean? And that's basically it. And so with that, you have to integrate with that. You have to integrate with airstrikes or such and such. Now reject as cause or whatnot as something called something like that. And go an ace with it and say arbitrarily. You say, well, that's what it is. You let that sink in for about a week, right? No, you don't let that sink in for a week. That's 5 minutes sink in. You know what I mean? Because you already know these changes. Because you know in November where you're gonna be, right? And so where you're gonna be, right? I mean, you rarely hear from Mitch McConnell, right? And then so, and the whole thing is Senate, rather. And so, man, it's me, man. All right, I do that. And then, and so, given that, and so you just say your personal spin on, you say Art Rochelle. That's it, basically with the thing. 5 minutes, but you rarely get to hear Mitch McConnell speak. And you want to give you want to put a book on it, right? You want to say, oh, well, wait a minute, I want an interpretation myself and stuff or whatnot. And you don't want to reiterate what you said because you can just DVR that and play that back in. I mean, and be like, you know what I'm saying? If you're the two people that view it, I mean, if it's two people that view it, then you can do that. And then DVR and then say, damn, that makes sense. And then like that. And then you can just bread the PayPal, and then that's it. And then after that. But in general, what you're thinking about, like, is if it's achievements to say, this is what we are nationally, right? And you say, oh, well, such and such, the intricacies of all types of things in November, and the intricacies of a regime that's a commander has fallen and whatnot. And you say you have to incorporate the idea to so-called candidates, so-called nomination, you know what I'm saying? And this is it. You incorporate the idea and say, well, what do you think about such and such? And that's where old girl comes in talking about, she made plenty of mistakes, talking about, for example, you know, Cole Trump she wanted to take out SNHW, right? SNHU, right? Because I don't want to give you mine about it. And so, and such and such. And you go off all these things and say she don't want to do this and you should cut and that other thing I said she needs to do. Or,
what I've consistently said is,
and on top of that, incorporate, well, how you oppose the deal to national problems and beyond or whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? And so, and they talking about these things for like, they've been talking about this expert for like, they've been talking about this on my intellect for like years and shit. Like before, like I had to assert the idea like, okay, let me throw this out real quick. It's all the mischief to Obama's, that's 10-year decades. You're talking about 25s and 15s to 25s and 40s. Do the math. 5 years later, right? And everybody's asking like, damn, what is I'm gonna do? And that's it. On what it is, and give Mitch McConnell speaking on the honoraries.